Sure. Jurgen, back-to-back wins to kick off your Champions League campaign. A nice piece of history for Diogo Jota as well, scoring Liverpool's 10,000th goal. But you said beforehand you would have to really approach this in the right way. So just how difficult did tonight prove to be in the end?
Pretty much as difficult as I expected, to be honest. So for different reasons, you make a lot of changes. And it's my job to decide, obviously, if I have all the information stuff what the boys did, but then for a different reason again, the game was really tricky. They pressed like crazy. They made a really hectic game of it, and we couldn't calm it down in the decisive moments. But actually, the individual performances for not playing that long, like Div didn't play for a while, that was absolutely okay. Shaq didn't play for a longer period, absolutely really good, 90 minutes, incredible. Taki, very lively, but obviously not exactly in the game. So these kind of things, that was okay. But of course, you saw when the team defends like them, then you need your patterns, and we didn't show them tonight, and then that doesn't help. But we scored a goal anyway, and in probably the best football moment, where we really passed through exactly like we should have, and they had really big chances, 2-3, but three. Ali was there, blah blah blah, all these kind of things. So that helps obviously, and then you just have to fight, and that's what we did. And it's like in a marriage. It's in good and in lesser good times. You have to stick together. And that's a moment. It's not a lesser good time. It's just a tricky one. So a lot of games, player after player says goodbye for a while, and then we still have to play the next game. And in our case, we have to win it. And we try with all we have, and I'm really happy with that. And all the rest will come again.
And just to check on two players as well, we saw Jordan Henderson take a bit of a whack, but was that all pre-planned, managing his workload? And Fabinho as well, what are the early indications of the seriousness of his injury?
First, Hendo said in half-time he wants to play on. But before the game, I decided already that we have to share it, 45-45, all the rest is would have been ridiculous. But Hendo is in half-time, boss, I can go on. And then in these moments, you have to be strong to yourself, because Hendo was, I didn't want to lose him actually. But so we made the change, and Gini did really well. So both, I think, helped it that they played 45, but only 45. Bob, I don't know. So, well, you know it, muscle injuries are like this. You get the result, but tomorrow morning probably. So we have to wait for that.
Thank you, Vinny. One from Dom King, and then after Dom, we're going to go to, let me just check, Kenneth and Jonas. Dom first.
Evening, Jurgen. It was just about Reece Williams. You said to the TV that he's now played more Champions League minutes than Premier League minutes. I mean, how sort of would you feel if he had to play? If he had to play against West Ham? Tell us a little bit about the boy in terms of his character and his his composure, because he didn't seem to suffer from any nerves tonight.
No, he did really well. The only problem what we have now, that we unfortunately have now 4 days to the West Ham game, and you will make every day a story of him, and then he has to prove that he can deal with that as well, because of Fiverr, everything was calm around him. So we tried to do that as well. So he's a talent. He plays for England U20. He's 19 years old. And I didn't tell any news when I said he has more Premier League, Champions League minutes than Premier League minutes, because he didn't play Premier League yet, and has now 2 Champions League appearances, won both games on top of that, which is pretty exceptional. He did well. Yeah, he did well. Everything looks promising. Apart from Reece, we have still Nate Phillips, who, for the reason that we thought he might make a transfer to another club, he's on the Champions League squad, which is strange, but he is a centre-half as well. Billy the Kid is in a moment, I'm not sure if he can train out tomorrow or not, but he will be back in training. So we have young, very young and unexperienced alternatives. And in a moment, it looks like that we have to choose one of them. So yeah, I don't know yet, but to be really clear and positive, Reece was not in one situation tonight our problem. He played a really good game.
Okay, in order, we're going to go first to Kenneth for a question from one of our Danish visitors, then Jonas, then John Murray, and then finishing with Lasse, and that's probably it for the press conference. So first of all, Kenneth Christensen.
Yes, hello Jurgen, can you hear me?
We can, clear.
Yeah.
Jurgen, at one point in the game you looked unhappy about a hard tackle and talked to Brian Priske on the other bench. Do you think they went over the line, Midtjylland?
No, not at all. Hard challenges. What Midtjylland did tonight was absolutely brilliant. I love this. So, what can I say? I'm obsessed with the organization, and this organization tonight, and how they fill the game with life, how they cause us problems. Gets all my respect. In that situation now, it was a little bit like, I'm not sure. Let me say, I celebrate good pressing situations as well. And the discussion in that moment was that it was a foul. And maybe my colleague didn't see that. He was already celebrating the situation when he didn't see that it was a foul. That was the discussion we had. Nothing else. I hope you didn't bother him in the press conference with that question, because it was nothing. No, they were not over the top. They were hard. That's how football is. In that situation, it was not even a hard foul. It was just a foul. So, and that's why I said what I said. But nothing what should worry anybody.
Okay, Jonas, who's in the stands, and then we're going to go to John Murray, and then we're going to finish with Lasse. Jonas.
Hi, Jurgen. Yesterday you talked about the Danish people's confidence in FC Midtjylland. Today you changed a lot in your team. Was that a point of underestimating FC Midtjylland, or is that only us Danes thinking that?
I'm not 100% sure if I like your question, because or maybe you didn't like my answer yesterday. That's why you asked this question today. That's possible as well. Then cannot change that, obviously. If you would watch a little bit more Liverpool, you would know how our situation is, and then you would not think that this today is a sign for not respecting Midtjylland. But in the end, the good thing in your job is you can write what you want. No, actually, the lineup we chose was, we wanted to show the respect we have for Midtjylland, because we needed fresh legs desperately. And I think if you watch the game, I'm not sure you did, but if you watched the game, then you saw we needed each fresh leg we could get. And with the 5 possible changes, we could then finish the game off. And I'm pretty sure, I hope that you didn't make a story where I said Denmark needs more confidence. It was about you, not about Denmark. You need more confidence. Denmark is fine.
John Murray from 5 Live on the BBC, and then we'll finish with the last.
Jurgen, just a quick one. What is the state of John Matip's fitness, and can he be available for the weekend, do you feel?
I don't know. We have to see. So how it is. Look, if it would be only one game we play, if it's the last game of the season, then I think we could make probably one or the other fit for one game. But then we play 3 days later again, and we need again players. So the players who are now injured, we cannot use them on the first day of being fit again, let me say like this, or not injured anymore. So they need then like a proper build-up for the rest of the season. That's what we try. And it's this juggle all the time between the fit players, how much can they play still, and when can we use the others again. But we are really interested in that fact. So you can imagine we try everything to make everybody fit as quick as possible.
And last question, hopefully let's pronounce it right. Lasse, we spoke yesterday. Lasse? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Jurgen.
Hi.
Congrats with the win. I would like to know, did anything about the Midtjylland performance surprise you?
No. Actually, not at all. Look, again, with the 5 changes, I think it's then easier to keep it up for 90 minutes. I don't think that they have to play this kind of pressing over 90 minutes in Denmark a lot, but they did it tonight. I said it already to the colleagues outside. I think Midtjylland wanted to prove a point tonight, and they did. Probably that they can be a really uncomfortable opponent, and that's what they were tonight. And for us was the challenge tonight to deal with the pressing, which the high press was not so much a problem, but then finding solution in the middle, how I said, my fault. because of a lot of changes, and we were not patient enough, blah, 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 didn't pass quick enough, all these kind of things, so football things. But they forced us to. And so they had then really 3 big chances, and no, not surprised at all. I know that's how football can be. And but I said last night, it's not, you're not a small team. Even if people think you are a small team, in the game, you can show how big you are. And that's what Midtjylland did tonight. And I hope everybody saw it. And so really respect.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Those who are in the stadium, safe journey home.
See ya.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.